an online platform that links local and national businesses with charities, foundations, and UCP programs within their communities. Today's speakers include Keith from Digital Donations, who will be leading the core material of today's presentation. And we also have Jan Ridgely, UCP's Executive Director, here with us, who will give you some background on this exciting new fundraising opportunity for your program. Let's welcome Jan.
Hi, everybody. I think we've got just a few folks on the call today, but that's okay because we are recording this and we are going to make it available to all of our programs and projects. I'm pretty sure we have Bruce Hilt on the call, who I just talked to on the phone. Welcome, Bruce. I'm not sure who our second caller is, but we welcome you as well. We took this topic last week, and as we had introduced the concept before, we've entered into this new agreement with this amazing team at Digital Processing Solutions. UCP is so excited for this partnership and the possibilities and potential that it's bringing to our programs and program managers on so many levels. Every time we talk to these guys, they've got a new idea. It's almost exhausting, but it's also a lot of fun. I'm going to let Keith Orlean get started. He's also with Steve Itkin. Both of these fellows are principals at Digital Processing Solutions and their subsidiary Digital Donations. They have done in the marketplace to bring commerce to community in such a novel way with their technology platforms, with credit card merchandising, and then also all the other types of product platforming, retail. They just have all kinds of experience in that space. And we're just so excited to get going. So the presentation today may actually be a little bit different, tailored on what we learned from last week. And since we are such a small group, I totally encourage you guys who are on the call to type in questions whenever. Stephanie can stop the conversation and ask the questions, so you don't have to feel, really want you to really feel like you're part of the dialogue. So I want Keith to go ahead and take it from here, and let's get started with our discussion.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Stephanie. So before we get started, I just want to give everyone a little background about our company, which is Digital Processing Solutions. Our company's been around since 2003 in the electronic payment processing industry. We have developed with the industry alternative fundraising solutions, which allows consumers to donate where they're making payments. And many of you have probably seen our technology at the point of sale when someone is making a purchase and either they're asked by the cashier to add $1 or $2 to their purchase, or the terminal itself actually handles that solicitation. If you've seen that, chances are pretty good that you've seen our technology. That technology has been around for quite a while. It's one of our earliest creations, and we've further developed that as time has gone on to integrate into ATMs, which we're about to launch, and mobile products, online, and it's taken us to where we are today, which is the launch of the Cause Marketplace. And as everyone can see, hopefully everyone can see on their screen, this is the home page of the Cause Marketplace. This is where we are marketing nonprofits. All of your programs are already entered into the system, and I will show you that shortly. But as you can see, we talk about generic causes that we focus on and that people can donate to, and then we have categories of merchants. Food stores, hospitality, beauty and fitness. All of this is designed to connect cause with commerce. So if someone was coming to the site, and as you can see on top here, it says Deer Park, New York. This is one of the really nice features, is that when someone comes to the site, wherever they're located, they'll be able to see specific merchants that are in their geographic area. That's called GeoIP technology, for those of you who have any desire to know that information, but it actually tracks by your IP address of where your ISP, so your service provider is located. So as we look at featured merchants, there's an opportunity for people to find out about the merchant, hours of operation. We can have a write-up. We have their Facebook information. They can make a donation, or they can look at a merchant offer. In this particular case, there's a $35 offer from the merchant, and there's a cost of $10 to the consumer, a $5 donation and a $5 payment. In order to receive the offer, someone will need to log in. They can either log in with Facebook or Google, or with their own email address and password, which I am doing right now. Okay, so now it takes me to the ability to make this payment. So in this case, we have already made the purchase. If I wanted to redeem and share it, I could redeem and share it on Facebook, or I can redeem and print it. This can be emailed, texted, printed, or you can actually gift it to somebody.
Oh, wow.
So was there any questions at this point?
No, we don't have any questions at this time.
Okay. I mean, we can stop if you'd like, Stephanie, if we want to give people a chance to ask any questions. Otherwise, I'll just continue.
Okay, I think we should probably just continue and just kind of see how that goes on.
Okay, great. So each merchant can provide 2 offers. Okay, which...
we actually have a question.
Okay, good.
That just popped up. How do merchants sign up?
Okay, there's a number of different ways that merchants will find out about the program. We are recruiting national sales reps currently to bring on merchants. We have very deep relationships within the payment processing community, which goes out into the marketplace and sells the payment processing services, and also has partnered with us to offer our fundraising tools. So those are some of the ways that merchants can participate. But one of the purposes of this webinar is to start to introduce to program managers the opportunity to actually utilize their own relationships and ask people within their community, retailers, restaurants, service providers, to participate in order to help them fundraise. And that's really one of the really great things about this, is that once a merchant has agreed to participate, what they'll be doing is donating gift certificates. Those gift certificates are designed to do 2 things. One is to drive customers to them, new customers. Also, it's a great retention tool for existing customers. You know, so it's really an opportunity also for the nonprofit to be able to receive a donation.
Okay,
so
great.
let's talk about that for just a second, because I think that this is where we want to clarify a couple of things for the program managers. One is the concept is that this is a marketplace. It's an online marketplace where both merchandise in the form of these gift certificates for different types of goods and services, restaurants, and et cetera, are up there to choose from in certain markets. And also the choice for that end consumer making that decision to purchase something is a choice to give to a charity that is from a selection process localized to these communities. And this is so stay with me now, because our programs, we not only want, you're already automatically included in the selection process based on where your program is based. But in addition to that, when you're going out, and so people can select your program, but a lot of times you're thinking, well, they may or may not know what your program is. So you need to go out there and talk to not only the merchants, to get them interested in highlighting your program, which that merchant can have as the sole selection, or to do some PR and informational efforts in your community around your program so people, when they come to make those deals on the marketplace, may choose your project over another. Now, regardless of that choice, you have one funding stream where that end donor, purchaser, is going to choose your program, and those funds come through UCP and end up in your project account. The second way is if you are one of these people who are working to help promote the cause marketplace to those businesses, and your efforts are responsible for having those businesses sign up and donate these certificates to be on the marketplace. Once those certificates are sold, and Keith can detail, we don't really need to detail too much, but just to understand that once those certificates are sold, regardless of whether your program is selected, remember in that drop-down menu process by the end purchaser or not, because you made that link to that merchant and that merchant donated the certificates and the certificates were sold on the marketplace, your program is guaranteed a percentage of the sale from that certificate. So I just want to make sure as you guys are thinking about this, there is a knowledge curve that we're all trying to get to. And this webinar is one way to get that information out to you. The second is going to be to follow up directly with Keith and their other partners, Steve and Jeff Martyr, who's not on this call, to really talk it through. We want to hand you materials to be able to take to these merchants. And then imagine, and then I'll stop talking after this, I want to make this one last point. After you've done this with the merchant side and talked to the businesses, then you're talking to your donor base and the community and telling them, go up and sign up on this wonderful Cause Marketplace website as a consumer and choose my program and help support me because you're a donor that cares about my project. So that just gives you a little idea of the ways that we're going to be able to really facilitate raising funds.
Thank you, Jan. That's very important points that we want to make clear, that there's a real opportunity to partner in a very unique way to raise funds for your organization. And it's, I like to look at United Charitable Programs as a team where everybody's working together for, the mutual benefit of all of our causes. And this really allows everybody to invite people to participate, to invite merchants to participate, and remembering that when you talk to people, and if someone comes on this site, and even if it's not somebody that was there due to the fact that you brought them there, other charities will benefit, other programs, so there's a crossover of traffic that's going to come. Because as you can see in terms of participating charities, we have all of the United Charitable Programs listed, and they are all available. So if you're marketing in your area and people go to check out, your cause will be available to be chosen.
Right. So if you do nothing, there is the random chance that your program may be selected by a consumer because this program is now being used in a marketplace in your community. But if you step into levels of participation, that's going to bring more awareness, more attention, and more funding streams to your program.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's other opportunities. The people will still be able to, members, if they want to just donate to your organization, even without, making a purchase, there'll be donation opportunities on each of your charity pages. As a matter of fact, let me, Jan, have you spoken about that at all yet?
Yeah, no, but when Keith was just on that page, like you see 2217 Ministries and 360 Network and whatnot, what we're able to do with Keith and his group is to put you see where it says website, instead of that being there, what we're going to have is your own program registration factory page, which will go straight to the UCP/program donation page for your project. So this is another avenue where you can direct consumers to go and learn more about your program because they're going to be able to go directly to the UCP donation page for your project from here. So we're working on the background technology for that. And I would imagine, Keith, you can talk about right now we've got United Charitable Programs logo up there. maybe we can have the address for the specific project. So there can be another way to just simply advertise our programs and give a little information. Right now it's just your mission statement and eventually a link to your donation page.
Correct.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we could put as much information as a program manager would like. They would just have to let us know what other things they'd like us to add. But yeah, once we have all the information for the donation pages, all of these listings will be updated.
Yep.
There's also an opportunity. We have a news section. So if you wanted to, provide us with an article of something that was relevant to your community about something that's happening, or as I don't know if anyone recalls, but I'll show you, we also have an events section. So if you wanted to send that you're having an event, we basically can post events, dates, the ability to also donate and register. And that could take you to the same place.
That's great.
As you, yeah. So those are things that are available to all program managers, and it's really a great way to really, to get involved within your community. It's all about cause. It's about giving back. It's about helping, and consumers really have an opportunity to really receive something while they're giving. So, our experience for many years in the fundraising business, a lot of our success revolved around what we call an instant incentive program at the point of sale, where people who donated received something from the merchant, and that was very successful. And this is somewhat of a hybrid of that program in allowing merchants to promote themselves in a unique way, tying their brand to charitable giving and giving back to the donor. So anything that, Steve, is there anything you'd like to add while you're...
No, not right this minute, other than I like what you just said about the instant incentives being the incentive that brought us to Cause Marketplace. I like that.
Yeah, it really, cause marketing is something that a lot of smaller merchants want to do, but really don't have the capacity to do it because of, it could be a financial reason, it could be they don't have enough staff to manage it. We really provide the tools for a turnkey cause marketing program so that the merchant themselves can participate with very little effort on their part.
And having community involvement is what we're looking for here with the merchant. I mean, he wants to and should be involved in his community, and this gives him a way to not only do that, but do it in a way that is current. If there's a flood, a fire, a tsunami, whatever it is, he can get involved like immediately.
Correct.
With this way. Yeah.
So that pretty much covers all of the Cause Marketplace features. For merchants, it's a very simple process for them to get involved. In terms of participation, we have all the necessary tools and people to help in the process of signing them up. And as Jan mentioned earlier, program managers have an opportunity to get involved in a way that they can receive revenue in the form of donations from our company based on something as simple as a referral of a merchant that would like to participate in their community.
Let's talk about that for just a minute, Keith, about the how does that happen. Let's say our guys are sitting out there and Bruce is like, well, I've got 5 or 6 merchants I'd like to go talk to this afternoon. What does he need to do to take the information to them? What can he have in his hand, or what can we hand him to do to start those leads, the lead generation, and to start giving his merchants information?
So we have a couple of marketing pieces. I believe I did send them to you, Jan, but if not, we'll follow up after the call and make sure you have the proper pieces. And once they've had the initial conversation, they could we'd be happy to get on the phone with the merchant and talk about it to help them through the process. As far as the paperwork, it's all done through email.
Okay, so I'm just wanting to make sure that our guys know that their program would be tagged with that lead. And again, I know I don't mean to put you on the spot because we're working on this as we go along, but I think there is a good bit of information that we can send to our program managers to give them that tool to talk to the merchant, to give them an idea about the program, the Cause Marketplace program. Not only that, but to say, I'm a participating charitable program in this way of raising funds, and I'm right here in your community, and I want to talk to you about what I'm doing and what digital donations is doing, and let's see if we can do some business together, because this is what we want our programs to be able to do. If you're already familiar with going out to local businesses when you're having your fundraisers to ask them to donate something for your silent auction, or you're asking them for sponsorships, this is the same type of approach, except you're really bringing them into a whole new way for them to earn business, to grow business, to align with your community initiative, with your program, and to bring in a whole new level of donor involvement for you into this Cause Marketplace. So it's not just a one-off ask for a simple sponsorship for your one-off event. This is going to go on and on and on and on, which is what Keith was saying in the beginning.
Yeah, it's an ongoing program that's not just for the ability for a nonprofit to raise funds. It's also the ability for the merchant to participate in something that has ongoing meaning to them in terms of how they're viewed within their communities and their ability to drive their own business through a unique marketing system. And that's very important today, especially for smaller businesses that don't have the budget, to compete with the big boys. They really need a way that they can differentiate themselves, and by tying themselves to a program such as the Cause Marketplace, it really allows them that opportunity to have an ongoing dialogue and a program that really is on autopilot. Is really short of them, making these donations of gift certificates, which is something that allows them to make an offer to consumers, which will bring those people into their business. There's not much for them to do. We don't ask them to do anything. We're doing all the marketing of their program. We're putting the program up on the site. So it really is a simple process. But having said the word process, let me get back to what, Jan, you were asking. There is a referral agreement that each one of the program managers will have with us, which will have, they'll be coded with their number, so that when a deal comes in, the contract will have that code on it, which will match up their program with that merchant.
Perfect. That's perfect. So let's just see if we've got anybody who's, have we lost you? Are you getting this? Does it seem adaptable? Do you have any other kind of question about this that we can help you work
we do have a few questions that came through.
Good.
I'll go ahead and read a few of them off. Do the merchants select which cause a certificate sale applies or is donated to?
Okay, so there's two ways that this can work for a merchant, and one of the reasons we have two offers is because they can have one offer that's for a specific cause, and the other offer can be for a consumer that wants to pick from a list of causes. So the answer to the question is yes, it can be for a specific cause, but the option to have both ways is available.
Mm-hmm. And imagine I think the feasibility of that would be if you have a good relationship with this merchant and they want to really just promote your program and your cause, then they're going to be donating these certificates and these deals into the Cause Marketplace with only you in mind. And that's one way. And the other is, again, just simply making the deal, because the merchant may say, well, I would like really to have the consumers go ahead and pick. what they want, and they'll have a list of charitable entities and programs in that locale to choose from. But like I said before, if you all have brought that merchant to the marketplace, you will still receive a percentage of that income when that certificate is sold, whether your charity is named or not.
Yeah, that's really, we'll call that our special sauce.
Special sauce.
It's a, and
yeah.
there's a lot of reasons.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's a lot of reasons for not always having it limited to one charity, and the reason for that is if I'm a consumer and I'm coming to the cause marketplace and I'm looking at different offers, you know, I may back away from an offer if I don't like the cause. Yet if there's a number of causes that can be chosen by the consumer, it makes it easier for them to make their decision. And that cuts both ways for all program managers. What that does is it makes people that are coming that they did not drive to the site have the ability to pick them as one of their chosen charities in any offer. So your exposure to the consumer is much greater in a drop-down in a particular community because, by the way our technology works, it doesn't show the whole country. It only shows what's in a particular state.
And that's another bonus, too, when you think about the enhanced visibility for your program on the site in the section on participating charities, that it will be localized. They'll be able to look and see what those programs are. They'll see your program, and you may even have an event that you've put up on the calendar where they're looking around. So you're going to get other ways. Again, you're in a marketplace. You're being chosen by consumers as much as the merchant deal is being chosen by a consumer. But I don't want you to think that, you know, what's the point of your effort if you're not going to get the funds for your program. I mean, it's a self-centered thing, but look, we're all in this business together. We're trying to figure it out and raise money for our projects. That it's the effort you make to bring the merchants to the marketplace where there is some continuous income you can earn whether your charity is selected or not. I really want to drive that home, and the enhanced business that you can drive to bring new donors, your own donors, to that marketplace.
Yeah,
so let's take another question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yep.
Sure, and I guess this was from earlier in the presentation. Where does the donation go to?
It goes to the United Charitable Program, and it's choosing. It depends on who they chose.
Right. So the mechanics behind the scenes, just like you all are familiar with, every single one of your programs has a donation page on the UCP or through the UCP website or through your own website where donations made to your own program are tracked and come to UCP. It's about the same kind of process when your program is chosen to receive a charitable gift. The charitable gift is received 100% by UCP and dropped into your program account, less the fees involved in this whole process for UCP and for digital donations.
Okay, and I guess this question correlates with that. Do you work with First Data? I'm not sure what that is.
We work with every major processor in the U.S. There's about 10 of them that our platform is certified on. So First Data is one of them. Global Payments, Elevon, WorldPay. Who else is there? Heartland. There's very little of the top 10 that we don't deal with. Was there a reason for that question?
It was just a question posted on here, so I'm not sure.
Maybe they'll ask again, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can go on to the next question then. I'm on the Cause Marketplace website, and I'm wondering about the significance of the star review process. Does a 5-star charity move up in the ranking on your website?
No, the reviews are really for retailers, although the charities can be ranked, but it has no bearing in the charities. It has no bearing on where they are in the listings.
I think he did see that, Keith, though, on the participating charities. There is a place there for Showing there's stars there.
Right. Yeah, somebody could review the charity, but it has no bearing on where they sit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I see there's a list of search by location. There's a list of cities. Is that all the cities that you are currently in?
Those are cities that we are marketing in and going to recruit locations to participate. That's where we have representation right now in terms of sales reps that are marketing the program.
But if our projects are outside of those cities, what can they do?
Well, again, if they're signing up with us, meaning one of your programs in a city that is not listed right now, we would work with them to we'll see if we have a rep in place already, or if they would like to be the rep. That's up to them on how deep they want their participation to be.
Okay. That's good. So the bottom line is you can still go out and prospect for merchants. We can still work with those merchants. We can still bring people directly to Keith or Jeff or Steve up at Digital and figure it out.
Any other questions?
Yes. The next question is, does the local business get their logo and address printed on the downloadable certificate?
They will receive, let me see if I have a copy of, hold on one second. Well, let me tell you what happens on the merchant side. So the certificate, and it's not really, it's more of a receipt that has the merchant's name, the offer, amount, and also the merchant receives notification from the system that a certificate has been purchased on their behalf.
Okay. And then this other person asked, can we get the referral program package and referral agreement emailed to us for review?
Yes.
I guess the material, okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to send, people listening, if you want to send an email to me at jan@unitedcp.org, then I will we'll put that together with Keith and Jeff and get the materials to you and start that dialogue. So again, send it to me, jan@unitedcp.org.
Yeah, one more thing I want to add from a marketing perspective. If any of the program managers want to have a banner designed, as you can see, these are banners, we would be happy to put them up on their behalf if they want to promote their program.
Yeah, or a special event.
Or a special event.
Mm-hmm. So these are great questions, you guys. Really, really good. I can tell that maybe we've got some people that have come back that are really thinking about it and that are ready to go. And, you know, we don't have to go, I think maybe another 5 minutes, if that works for you, Keith, if you've really pretty much covered. I want to let people absorb, and then we be able to get the information back out to everybody for review about the referral program and let you guys resonate about it and continue to talk to us about it.
No, I'm good. I'm more than willing to stay as long as necessary to answer any questions anybody may have. Or if there's anything that I answered that anybody felt they needed some follow-up on, please feel free to ask away.
Okay, I have another question here. I see that it takes at least 3 clicks before one gets to the actual website for a program. Is it possible to drive donors directly to the program website rather than have them sort through the UCP website?
Let's see. So we're in the participating charities section, and we're looking at our own programs. Yes. You see, right now, what's up there just to say United Charitable Program, it's just, this is all still sort of testing. So what we had planned to do is actually put the donation link up there to your specific project. And I think we can, Keith, to put up, if our programs do have their own web address, instead of putting the HTTP United Charitable Programs, we would put your program, your direct program web address up there.
Yeah, those are really placeholders. You know,
fillers right now, guys. So yes, the answer is yes. We can put your direct program web address up there, as well as a donate link.
Okay, great. And where on your website are the lists of cities you are currently located?
Browse by location. Click on More, United States, and these are the states.
That's great.
So this is where we have representation. Just so everyone understands how the site works, this is a directory. Just like Yellow Pages or Yelp or any other directory you'll find in the as you search online. What's unique about our directory is that everything we do is tied to cause. So you may see you know, a listing in here that's nothing more than just a basic listing, so that someone who was coming to the site that just wanted to find, you know, the address of a particular type. You know, I'll show you what, when you go to the site, you see all these categories. You know, we have listed, we have 17,000 in the hospitality category. But these are category, all of this 10 Acres Motel here is just a listing. Okay? This is what it looks like when they're actually a participant, where they have a full page. What's that? So this is a full page where, you know, basically, and there's a merchant offer. In this case, it's just a donation, as opposed to, you know, this buying the certificate. It talks about that. That's a full listing. Our sales team, and even if it's somebody that's, you know, a program manager, let's say you were in New Jersey and you're a program manager, you may see that 10 Acres Motel is not here as a full listing. You may want to contact them and see if they want to participate. So our sales reps actually use this as a way to contact non-participants to try to get them involved in the marketplace.
Okay, I see. So what you did was, that could be another way where our programs are going and using the database of unfilled slots where you've listed the companies and entities based on these categories, but if they don't have a fleshed out photo and clickable into the next section and don't have something going on there, then they really aren't participating.
Absolutely.
So they could be even, you know, doing something, that could be where, again, from the merchant standpoint, if they're going to work with you as a program and say, yep, we really love your project and program, we want to sponsor you, we like what you're doing, and we're going to make our deals and our information specifically tailored to your project, or we're going to help you with this certain event for your program and really advertise and say, use these certificates, come on in, let's get this deal going so we can raise money for this special event for our project, Project X.
Yeah, it's really, again, the purpose of a directory is for people to, you know, that come to the site, they have a reason to use it, but they're also looking for deals. But they may just go and search for, you know, Peter Luger's, which is a big restaurant here, and basically do a search. And here's Peter Luger's. Okay, now, as you can see here, there's no offer here, right? This restaurant can be called to participate. Now, I also know we have Peter Luger's in here at another location. It's probably because there's no, let's see with the apostrophe, it'll come up. Ah, there we go. So here's a full listing for their location. So there's so many different possibilities in order to get a local merchant involved. One is you can bring them to the cause marketplace, show them what it looks like for them to participate and what you can do for them in terms of driving business. And in turn, they're helping a charitable cause. Any other questions?
Great. It looks like we have 2 more questions, or time for 2 more questions.
Sure.
The first one is, who are your competitors?
That's an interesting question. We really don't have any competitors, as interesting as that may sound. The cause marketplace is unique unto itself. There are many directories that are out there, but I haven't found any that tie into cause marketing the way ours does.
Great. And then the last question is, when will the full launch happen, and when can we go to merchants and announce to our supporters?
You can go to your merchants right now. We are ready to go. The site is live. We haven't done any major marketing yet because we're still in that early stage of beta where we want to make sure that there's no issues. But everything is ready to go. There's nothing holding you back from going to merchants right now, other than the agreement, which you'll have in your inbox, hopefully the end of today or tomorrow.
Okay, great.
That's a pretty positive way to end this part of the discussion. I think that it's an ongoing dialogue we're going to be having with you all. Again, I think these are great questions that came out of this webinar in particular, that everybody seems to be really adapting it. Keith, as you can kind of tell from his way of dialoguing and discussing, is very open to talking with you all one-on-one, very available, as am I, and we want to hear from you and to help you take this to the next step. But as you heard, it's ready to go, it's functioning, it's working, and we're continuing to want to help you guys embrace this so that it can be a very workable program for you. So that's all I had to say. I appreciate everybody coming together and coming on today. And thanks again to Keith and Steve.
Thanks. Really appreciate the time. Really appreciate everyone coming on. And please feel free to contact me directly. And I look forward to working with you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.